Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back once again. Today, we are going to explain a real story of a mentally disabled man and how he kidnaps his partner. So let's get started. We see two paramedics named Angel and Ricardo who have been working together for quite some time, saving people's lives. Today, they receive news of an accident and they quickly head towards the scene. It turns out to be a severe accident involving two cars. Angel promptly attends to the injured and arranges for an ambulance to take them to the hospital because saving lives is their priority. After that, we learn about Angel's personal life. He has been in a relationship with his girlfriend Vanny for the past 4 years. Angel is a college student, and Vanny manages all the household expenses using Angel's money. Despite the financial dependency, Vanny gives him a lot of attention. Angel has always wanted a child, and he has tried several times, but it has been impossible, causing him constant worry. He fears what might happen if Vanny leaves him. One day, when Vanny is heading to college, Angel notices a call on her phone from someone inquiring about her arrival time. Hearing the voice, Angel realizes it's a guy, and this revelation makes him uneasy. However, he doesn't say anything and lets Vanny go without questioning her. Later at work, Ricardo advises Angel not to stress about it, suggesting that there will be a solution sooner or later. While Angel contemplates this with a calm mind, he receives a call informing him about the death of an old lady. They are required to collect her body from a certain address. Angel and Ricardo go there and find a room full of valuable items. Angel steals some of these items and, after completing the job, hands them over to a guy who happens to be his friend. In return, Angel receives a good amount of money, making him quite happy. Upon returning home, Angel tells Vanny that today they will once again try for a child. Vanny jokingly asks him not to get his checkup done. Meanwhile, Vanny gets a message that she has to go for a group study and leaves without sharing the details with Angel. This behavior seems odd to Angel because Vanny has been excessively busy on her phone lately. Anyway, Angel goes to sleep, and the old man's dog in the neighbor's apartment starts barking loudly, disturbing his sleep. The next morning, Angel goes for his checkup, where the doctor informs him about. He realizes that his sperm count is very low, and in such a situation, becoming a father seems impossible to him. Angel considers his claims to be lies, but he is unaware that another shock awaits him a few days later. He comes home, but doesn't tell Vanny about it because he doesn't want her to leave him. Despite this, Angel repeatedly calls him, noticing something that has been bothering him for days. Now he knows the lock code of his phone, so he opens it to find a chat with a guy named Roboto. In the chat, he was discussing notes with Vanny, and the conversation was quite long. Meanwhile, a call comes to Angel's phone, an emergency requiring both of them to rush to the scene of a car accident. They reach there, and while taking the injured man inside the ambulance, Angel's mind is preoccupied with the chat. Suddenly, the injured man begins to move frantically, and Angel informs the paramedics about it. The patient's condition worsens rapidly, and amidst this, Angel turns around to see what happened. At that moment, a truck collides with them, causing the entire ambulance to overturn. When Angel regains consciousness, he finds himself paralyzed. His legs have stopped functioning, and now he is entirely dependent on Vanny for everything: bathing, feeding, even using the toilet. Their income has also stopped as Angel can no longer work. One day, Vanny receives a call for another emergency, and Angel sarcastically asks her if Roboto looks better than him or if he is wealthier. Vanny doesn't respond and advises him not to fight, then leaves. This incident intensifies Angel's jealousy, but he can't do anything about it. The next morning, he goes to his doctor. On the way, he watches a video in the bus about hacking phones and tracking locations. Angel likes the idea, so he saves the video. At the hospital, a lady doctor is training him instead of the usual doctor, and she seems to have a liking for him. Angel, however, remains unresponsive. That night, when Vanny returns, Angel tells her that he is recovering and will be completely fine in a few months. This news makes Vanny extremely happy, and shortly after, she shares that she has received a job offer from a call center, promising good money. Angel dislikes the idea of living off her earnings and tries to dissuade her in anger. However, Vanny has made up her mind and leaves without seeking his permission, but just to inform him. That night, when Angel tracks her, he discovers that she has indeed started working at the call center. In the following days, Angel does something to deal with the constant calls from guys bothering Vanny about things she doesn't like. However, he is troubled by the persistent barking of the dog. The next day, Vanny scolds him, revealing that she had a severe pain the previous night and he did not provide any medicine. She mentions that all the medicines are kept in the kitchen, but Angel insists that there was nothing there. Believing his lie, Vanny rushes to the chemist to get the medicines, while Angel makes a plan to get rid of the dog that has been troubling him for the past 5 months. Now he takes a piece of meat and mixes various medicines into it, which he then feeds to the dog slowly. At this point, it is not revealed whether the dog is alive or dead, but in my opinion, it might have passed away. When Vanny returns from work, she finds that dinner is prepared for her. Seeing this, she is delighted, and they both have dinner together. During the meal, Angel assures her that everything will be fine, and soon they will visit the clinic together, and they will also have a baby. Vanny doesn't seem particularly happy upon hearing this, and it appears as if she is hiding something. Days pass in this manner. Angel bathes on his own, and Vanny stays outside, ready to assist if needed. However, when Vanny receives a message on her phone, she notices a similar message on Angel's laptop. After some time, the same thing happens again, and she discovers Angel's laptop open with all her phone data being displayed, including the front camera. It becomes apparent to her that Angel has betrayed her. She keeps an eye on him and decides to leave quietly. When Angel comes out after bathing, he doesn't find Vanny there. He calls out to her, but she doesn't respond. Her attention is on her laptop, which was left open. Realizing that the truth is out, Angel lets her go without saying anything. He remains silent and still. The scene shifts to a month later, where Angel is seen alone, managing all the chores. The only difference is that now he is alone. One day, he encounters an old man who informs him that his wife and dog are no longer in this world. Angel shows a little sympathy, but the reality hits him. Many days pass in solitude, and he begins to feel the absence of Vanny. However, he doesn't know what to do. One day, he gets an idea and visits a pharmacist, obtaining some medicines. The next day, he starts following Vanny. When he finds her outside her office, one night he stands there, observing her. Finally, he identifies the man Vanny had been talking to. It turns out to be Ricardo, Angel's old friend. Angel gets angry and follows them. As Vanny is about to leave on Ricardo's bike, Angel starts following them. He sees them stopping at a baby shop, indicating that they are expecting a child. After learning this, Angel's anger reaches new heights. He goes home, thinking about how he can bring Vanny back. Eventually, he comes up with an idea. He goes to a pharmacy, gets some medicines, and the next day, he starts following Vanny again. When he sees her, he tells her that he did the right thing by letting her go, as she deserves a better person. Essentially, he was gaining sympathy to make her feel sorry for him. Vanny feels a bit hurt by Angel's words, so she offers to drop him home. As they reach her doorstep, Angel informs her that some of her ID cards and passports are still at his place, suggesting she come and collect them. Vanny accompanies him, and when they enter his room to look for the documents, Angel injects her from behind, causing her to faint. When Vanny regains consciousness, she finds herself tied up. The first thing she asks is why he did this. Angel explains that he will keep her paralyzed until she gives birth to their child. After that, she will be fine. One day, when he is feeding her, Vanny suddenly throws a glass of wine on his head, and she tries to escape. She goes near the gate and starts screaming. However, at that moment, he comes and injects her again, making her unconscious. But with her voice, the old man comes back, saying that this time he heard Vanny's screams for sure. Now, Angel calls her inside, and upon seeing the injured condition of Bhavani, he starts calling the police. In the meantime, Angel attacks him with a knife, then calls his friend and arranges for the disposal of his body. In essence, the mystery of the old man is now solved. However, one day, the police come to Angel's house inquiring about Vanny because Ricardo informed them that he hadn't seen Vanny for the past 7 months. Ricardo had come to meet him one day, but Angel chased him away. The police inform him that she died due to excessive alcohol consumption. Still in a flashback, it is revealed that her death was not due to drinking, but injecting, which Angel did. We see how he killed his friend. The police leave after this revelation. After that, Angel goes to meet Vanny to tell her that he wants to go out for a stroll. She tells him that if he keeps her and her child in bed all day, her health will deteriorate. Angel agrees, saying they will go for a walk and no one will disturb them. As soon as he utters these words, Vanny understands that he has ended the game with the records. Now Vanny needs to work on him mentally, starting to talk to him affectionately. Many days pass like this, and even Angel starts feeling that Vanny is now his. One day, on Angel's suggestion, he goes downstairs to get ice cream. Vanny takes advantage of this opportunity, takes a knife, and with Angel's help, opens the gate. She starts running, but just then, Angel comes down the lift, seeing her. He tries to catch her, but Vanny is running desperately, reaching very close to the stairs. In the end, Angel catches her, and she retaliates with the knife, causing him to fall down the stairs. The story then jumps ahead 2 months, revealing Angel completely paralyzed. On that day, Vanny arrives, accusing him of stealing her life. She declares that now she will take away his life every day. Taking him along, she returns to her home, intending to make him experience what she went through. And thus, the story concludes. Let me know when you're ready for the next part.